Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
I've decided that when it's necessary to make a list of my lists, it's time to reevaluate my life and daily routine. Unless you're a teenager, living in the computer age is a challenge. Forget about outer space. I'm lost in cyberspace, and my lists are not helping. Several years ago, when it became necessary to create computer IDs and passwords, I learned quickly that I'd better write them down somewhere for safekeeping. I soon acquired a collection of notes and little slips of paper that kept me advised of the information I needed to access internet sites that I had bookmarked. However, and inevitably, I would lose the little slips. So I'd have to create a new password and hope for better luck retrieving it next time I needed it. Eventually, after the third or fourth time losing a password note, I had an epiphany. I would use the same password at all websites I had bookmarked. Bad idea, a little internet research informed me. Unless I was willing to memorize a hopeless jumble of letters, numbers, and characters like an ampersand, no password I could devise would be truly safe, I was told. Some of these websites even informed me whether the password I had come up with was strong, moderately okay, or just plain weak and embarrassing. So it was back to plan A. Devise a unique password for each site and then gather them all together on one master list written not on my computer, but on an actual typewriter. You remember typewriters, right? Just another level of security here. As for the list, I wish you could see it. It's 4 pages long, and when I first completed it several years ago, it was a thing of beauty, neat and clean. I separated websites by category, including online shopping sites such as eBay and Amazon, airline frequent flyer sites, and enough merchants to rebuild Southwick Mall. Despite my best efforts to keep the list to a workable length, it just continues to grow, and it's a mess. Rather than go back to the typewriter and recreate the list with all the new additions and changes, I just scribbled them in the margins of the old one. It's not a pretty sight. I've got arrows pointing this way and that. I've added notes in handwriting so small I can't read it. What was I thinking? And I almost forgot the security questions. Many websites try to protect me from myself by requiring that I answer 3 security questions. What was my mother's favorite flower? What was my favorite TV show growing up? What's the name of my neighbor's dog? I had to write down my answers to those, too. I have redone the list 4 times, and rather than run the risk of leaving an ID and password from an old list off the new one, I kept the old ones. Well, it's clear now what I have to do. I have made it a New Year's resolution to finally, once and for all, consolidate all my lists into one. I will alphabetize, I will categorize, I will scrutinize, I will martinize. I will get rid of those I no longer utilize or recognize. I will get creative and devise a new password system that follows a central theme. Like snowflakes, however, no 2 passwords will be alike. Just as with its predecessors, the new list will be a thing of beauty, neat and clean. Of course, once again, life will happen, and soon enough, the new list, like the old one, will be a mess.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.